Picture this, you're stuck on Los Angeles' 405 freeway during rush hour. Cars are crawling, horns are blaring, and your navigation app says it'll take nearly 2 hours to travel just 20 miles. But instead of waiting, you tap a button, your car unfolds wings or lifts straight into the air, and you fly above the chaos. Landing at your destination in minutes.it might sound like a futuristic dream, but according to a Morgan Stanley report, the flying car industry could become a $1.5 trillion market by 2040. And right now, the United States is positioning itself to lead this transportation revolution. Point 1. What is a flying car? A flying car is exactly what it sounds like. A vehicle designed to operate both on the road and in the air. Some look like compact airplanes with foldable wings, while others resemble oversized drones with multiple propellers. The key idea is flexibility. You could drive it like a normal car in your neighborhood, then lift off when roads get congested. It's essentially combining the convenience of a car with the speed of air travel. Point 2. Current progress in the U.S. Several American companies are leading the charge. Joby Aviation in California has developed an all-electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, often called eVTOLs, already undergoing successful test flights. Archer Aviation is building a flying taxi called the Midnight, which could carry passengers across busy cities in record time, and Terrafugia, founded in Massachusetts, created prototypes that can switch between driving and flying in just a few minutes. Even Uber has explored aerial ride-sharing, envisioning a future where you could order a flying taxi just like you order a car today. Point 3. How they work. Flying cars usually rely on two main technologies. 1. eVTOL aircraft, vertical takeoff and landing vehicles powered by electricity. Perfect for urban areas like New York or Chicago because they don't need runways. Point 2. Hybrid road-air vehicles, cars with foldable wings that take off from small runways. These work better in suburban or rural parts of America where space is available. Most of these vehicles are electric, making them cleaner and quieter than helicopters or airplanes. That's important in U.S. cities where noise and pollution are already major concerns. Point 4. Benefits for Americans. The potential benefits of flying cars in the U.S. are enormous. Faster travel. A trip from San Francisco to San Jose that normally takes over an hour by car could be cut down to just 15 minutes. Reduced traffic. Imagine fewer cars on highways like I-95 or I-10 as commuters take to the skies. Emergency services. Flying ambulances could respond faster in critical situations. Lifestyle shifts. People could live farther from big cities while still commuting quickly for work. Point 5. Major challenges. Of course, flying cars aren't without hurdles. Safety. Managing thousands of flying vehicles over American cities will require strict systems to prevent accidents. Regulations. The FAA will need new rules for pilot training, flight paths, and air traffic cost. Early flying cars could cost several $100,000, making them accessible only to the wealthy at first. Infrastructure. Cities will need new skyports on rooftops or parking lots for takeoff and landing. Point 6. Real U.S. examples. Flying cars are already making headlines in the U.S. In California, Joby Aviation completed successful test flights, showing that eVTOLs are no longer just a theory. In Florida, Orlando announced plans for a vertiport, aiming to become one of the first U.S. cities ready for flying car travel. NASA has even partnered with companies to test advanced air mobility systems, ensuring the technology is safe before it reaches the public. Point 7. Cultural connection. Americans have dreamed about flying cars for decades, from the Jetsons to Back to the Future. What's different today is that technology is finally catching up with imagination. Just like electric cars went from rare to mainstream in under 15 years, flying cars might follow the same path once people see their convenience. Point 8. The future outlook. Experts believe that by the early 2030s, flying taxis could be operating in major U.S. cities. At first, they'll probably be used for short trips, airport transfers, business commutes, or tourist rides. Over time, as costs drop and infrastructure grows, owning a personal flying car may become as normal as owning an SUV. Imagine highways in the sky with digital lanes controlled by AI, making air travel as routine as driving to the grocery store. Conclusion. Ending within 10 seconds. Flying cars are no longer just science fiction. They're being built and tested in America right now. With billions in investment, government partnerships, and real test flights underway, The US could see this futuristic dream turn into everyday reality much sooner than most people expect.